Secretary of Education Ryan Walters says in a Twitter video, teacher and administrator credentials can and should be taken away for breaking unspecific rules.
The name at the top of his list, a now former Norman High School teacher. News 9's Brittany Toulis tells us why.
Less than a month into the year, the front of one classroom is now empty.
If you don't have a teaching certificate or an administration certificate, you're not working in schools. The state superintendent can take those away.
Current Secretary of Education Ryan Walters is already calling for one teacher's credentials, tweeting out this letter, calling out a former Norman High School teacher by name.
But the state superintendent, that department can absolutely do that. There's no reason we shouldn't have been doing that. I will be doing that.
That teacher who didn't want to comment is Summer Bossmeyer. Summer resigned after a parent complained about something their student learned in Bossmeyer's English class. Secretary Walters saying she gave access to pornographic books and materials and what he calls the liberal political agenda, a teacher's lobbyist group not disagreeing.
She felt very strongly to be an activist. Probably good to keep your activist attitudes outside of the classroom. The parent is saying that's not appropriate with my child.
Now, the physical books weren't in the classroom, instead providing this QR code to open the literary floodgates.
School administrators were probably afraid that this parent was going to go and complain. And, of course, seeing what has happened in Mustang and Tulsa, they didn't want to be the third school. Their accreditation could be in jeopardy.
The Oklahoma Educators Association firing back with the statement, saying the GOP nominee for state superintendent needs to focus on actual issues plaguing Oklahoma schools, like the teacher shortage. Brittany Toulis, Oklahoma's Own, News 9.